broken today is they lack visibility into the actual inventory itself. So that means that they have everything being, if you can't actually see the inventory, you know what you had on each floor. You don't know exactly what you might have had in the restaurant or in the food and beverage. Everything's manual to go figure it out. Manual counts, manual inventory checks. That leads to an increased loss rate of the linens. And it's actually the number 2 expense, operating expense by labor for a lot of the hotels we deal with. So getting visibility into that linen allows you to do so much more to be able to optimize the process, the costs, housekeeping, productivity, etc. So it's an unknown pain point for a lot of hotels, but it's actually fairly easy to solve once you recognize it as a problem. Can be a little confusing with the Laundris title itself. So Laundris is a software platform that leverages RFID tracking technology and artificial intelligence to provide recommendations based off that visibility and insight that I mentioned earlier. It focuses on real-time visibility, where every item is, and then it focuses on how can you forecast out that inventory that you have of linens, and then it automatically handle the replenishment in an automated fashion. What it is not, is we are not a laundry service. We are not a coin-operated laundry. We are a software platform. It is not a barcode scanning tool. While that technology is great, and we have some customers that use barcodes for their laundry delivery service, the barcode technology has been around for decades. It doesn't take advantage of things that AI and RFID can do when combined. And then we're not a linen provider. We're a pure software player. That's important because when you go with Laundris to manage your linens, you're not tied into any specific RFID chip or any specific linen. You have the autonomy and the flexibility to work across the market and ecosystem to buy and procure whatever linen you want. We have linen partners that we prefer, and we'll recommend that to you. But you're in control of your suppliers. We're just there to help provide that visibility and make sure you get full value out of your linens. So I mentioned earlier, the problem is visibility. So step number 1 is just getting visibility. In order to get the visibility, the linens, whether it's a bath sheet, a towel, a bath mat, pillowcase, whatever it might be, has to be embedded with RFID. So step number 1 is to make sure that all the linens are chipped. And by that, we mean either you can order it at the point of manufacturing, where they will actually embed the RFID chips into your linens, or we have the capability of retrofitting all of your linens and adding an RFID chip to your linens. And those RFID chips are tiny, they're small. Most of them, you can put them just on the actual linen tag itself. They fully support going to the laundry. They're very robust. But step number 1 is you got to get the linen inventory chip. Step number 2 then is you need somebody to actually read that hardware, so RFID readers. There's a simple handheld scanner that you can use to scan over anything that's been chipped to do your inventory, to having fixed readers in certain locations where it automatically reads the linen coming in and coming out that has been chipped with an RFID tag. This allows us to track every movement of linen through the property, as well as the off-site laundry facility if you use one, so that you know exactly where your inventory is at any given point in time. Once you have all the linens chipped, once you have the RFID hardware, and once you have the laundry solution going, and you have visibility into all of that, then you can focus on optimization. Optimization being, now I have visibility into where my linens are. How do I optimize my processes around that so that I can get better productivity from my employees? So as an example, we have a customer that once they got visibility, they realized what linen they have, again, on a very granular level, all the way down to a hand towel or a pillowcase. They knew exactly what inventory they had on every floor and in every room. So every morning, the housekeeping will come in and we'll do their scans. And something that used to take 8 to 10 hours to manually count is now done in 5 minutes or less. So they do real-time inventory scanning every morning. And so they know where all their linens are. Overnight, the houseman will actually redistribute the linens to optimize the placement of those linens when they're trying to turn over rooms. It dramatically reduces the time it takes to turn around a room because the housekeeper's not just running around trying to find those linens. So step number 1, get visibility. Step number 2, you want optimization. So in that optimization, beyond employee productivity, you're also trying to make sure that your inventory is good. Do I have enough inventory to meet the demand of rooms that I have? If my inventory is still good, or do I have to rag out certain inventory because it's been through the wash too long? You have visibility into that, and you have the ability then to move into what I call Step 3, which is transformation, which is I have the visibility, I've optimized my processes around it. How now do I leverage that to transform how I operate? A lot of the tasks that I just mentioned are getting automated, but they're still manual. Things like, hey, what's my inventory count? And do I have enough inventory? And how much inventory do I need to buy over the next 90 days? That can be fully automated, leveraging artificial intelligence for Laundris. And that's that transformation piece. You can connect your system to the property management system to get your bookings that you have over the next 6 months, 9 months, 12 months. Match that with the demand that you have seen in the past. Match that with the inventory you have now. Match that with the inventory par levels you want. And let AI do the work for you. It'll tell you when you need to order, or it'll go ahead and place the order through some of our marketplace capabilities with certain select linen providers where you don't have to worry about it at all. So the system orders it before you even have to run out. We have some hotels that could not open up rooms to go sell it because they ran out of linen inventory. It goes back to that problem that they didn't have visibility. And even if you have visibility and even if you optimize the process, if you don't turn on those AI functionality around transformation, you could still forget, even though the system's telling you to go order more linens. So that's how the Laundris systems works step by step for our customers. Step number 1 is they have visibility. There's no more guesswork, right? They know where all the inventory's at. They know what's at the laundry. They know what's at the hotel. The blame game goes away. There's lots of hotels that say, what happened to my linen? I can't find it here. My offsite laundry facility must have lost it. Offsite laundry facility says, we didn't lose any of your inventory. You must have lost it. You end up with this blame game, right? So step number 1 is no more guesswork. We're a neutral third-party software provider. We're not a laundry. We're not a linen manufacturer. So there's no guesswork, and our data shows where everything's at, all in a real-time dashboard. Second thing is no more manual counts. I mentioned earlier that hotel that used to spend 8-10 hours doing inventory counts every week. Now they do it in 5 minutes every day. No more manual counts. It's fully automated and dramatic improvement in terms of the time housekeeping spends just trying to get inventory counts done. Next thing is you right size your inventory. How many par levels do I need? I used to think I needed 4 to 5 pars, but it turns out now that I have real-time visibility, I only really need 3. So my next linen order, I no longer need to buy a whole bunch of linen. I just saved the company a bunch of money because now I have visibility. I've optimized my processes and I know how much I need to meet the par levels for my demand. And then the last thing is just cost of drop. The linen loss inside of a hotel, I think what I've been told is the industry standard is 20 to 30% is acceptable. I don't know any industry globally that losing 20% of your inventory is acceptable. If I was running Hertz car rental and I lost 20% of my cars, I'm pretty sure that'd be considered bad. So it might be a different material than a piece of linen, but your cost will dramatically drop once you have all that visibility because now 20% loss is no longer acceptable. Get to a 3% loss. That's extremely attainable. And just think about that. If you have a property, or even better yet, you manage 20 properties. Those 20 properties all have 50,000 pieces of linen. If you're able to reduce your loss rate from 20% to less than 5%, that's a huge material cost. Now, cost savings to your business and straight to the bottom line, straight to EBITDA. So it's a no-brainer. It's free money if somebody goes with the Laundris solution. First thing is they typically say, we already track linen. And they'll say that, and then you got to ask the question, how? How do you actually track the linen? And a lot of them are doing it manually, or they're doing it in a snapshot, or they manually put it into their ERP system, and so it looks like they already know where the linen inventory is. I guarantee you they don't. It's impossible to keep track of 50,000 items manually. It just doesn't work. So that's the first objection we typically hear. The next one is people think it's a heavy IT lift. It's not. To get that visibility and optimization, which is where a lot of the ROI comes in, you don't even need IT involvement at all. We typically might work with IT to make sure that network access, things like that are good, but this solution is a business solution. It is not an IT solution. It is not a heavy lift for IT. The next thing is people say, hey, we don't lose that much money on linens. We already track it. We know we don't lose a bunch of money. It's BS. I guarantee you it's BS. We have a lot of hotels who come on board and everything else. They might think that once they have visibility, they go, oh, I didn't know that. We had a hotel that lost $47,000 worth of napkins. They thought the laundry facility lost it. It turns out they hadn't trained the restaurant staff to send the napkins into this laundry basket. And since nobody had visibility, $47,000 worth of just napkins left the building. So when people say they don't lose much, I guarantee you they are. They just don't know because you don't have visibility into it. And then the last thing is people think, hey, this is only for the big chains. I don't have 1,000 rooms. I'm not the NZM. It's not that big of a deal. Our smallest customer has 100 rooms, and they see tremendous value. As you look at workforce demands out there, it's very hard to still find people to go do the job. You want them to be as productive as possible. So anything you can do to make it easier to do their job will improve the guest experience. And again, goes back to the bottom line. Every one of our customers is going to save money. I guarantee you it's going to happen.